What's up, guy? Once again, you are welcome to our channel today. All right, guys, this is the end of the road for Supreme Court in Nigeria as U.S. places visa ban on Nigerian Supreme Court justice over controversial judgments in Nigeria. Now, 7 members of Nigerian Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice Olukoyade Ariwolo, have been issued a visa ban by the United States government following their delivery of controversial and inciting judgments, according to the report by US-based news. The report, citing a highly placed source, disclosed on Friday that the identities of other banned justices are Musa Datijo Mohammed, Santos Nweze, and Kudirat Kekere Ekun. This visa ban is believed to be connected to several disputed judgments the justices delivered, including the contentious decision that declared Senator Hope Uzodinma of Imo State in 2020, despite placing vote in the 2019 election. Similar controversial decision recognized Senate President Godswill Akpabio and his predecessor Senator Ahmed Lawan as victors in their respective senatorial election, despite not partaking in senatorial primaries in their respective constituencies. The justices ruled in separate judgment that both senators who did not participate in the All Progressive Congress primary election due to their presidential aspiration were nonetheless the party's senatorial candidates. This ruling overturned the mandate of Bashar Machina and Udom Ekpo-Udom, who had emerged as senatorial candidates from Yobe North and Akwa Ibom Northwest, respectively, and whose candidacies have been upheld by High Court and also Appeal Court. The banned justices became aware of their inability to enter the U.S. when they were denied entry to attend a seminar in the U.S. A senior Supreme Court official who chose to remain anonymous revealed to news that Justice Ekun was the first to learn of a visa ban. The ban has become a burden on justices of the Supreme Court. The source stated that the UK and the European Union are also considering similar action as at the US request. The controversial cases involving Uzodinma, Akpabio, and Lawan, as well as other cases, were deemed to be against democracy and rule of law, according to the source. In January 2020, the Supreme Court, under Justice Kekere Ekun, voided the election of Emeka Ihedioha of the People's Democratic Party as the governor of Imo State, declaring Uzodinma the rightful winner despite coming fourth in the election. In February 2023, the court, led by Santos Nweze, also controversially declared Senate President Ahmed Lawan the authentic candidate of the APC for Yobe North Senatorial District and former Akwa Ibom State Governor Godswill Akpabio the legitimate candidate for Akwa Ibom Northwest seat. Now, under intense scrutiny, this ruling have further strained the relationship between the United States and Nigeria and as a key strategic partner in Africa. All right, guys, there are a lot of reactions here, but I'm going to read through the reaction. But let's look at this now. Look at the humiliation our Supreme Court have brought to Nigeria. First of all, European Union, of course, European Union reports, observer, gave a report that the Supreme Court have tainted their image with the 2 case study they brought out. Is now, and I'm just seeing Hope Uzodinma's own case study, that it was also based on Hope Uzodinma 2020 Supreme Court ruling that brought Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, down. Despite coming fourth in the election, Supreme Court nullified the election of Emeka Ihedioha and brought Hope Uzodinma, who came fourth. So that was actually looked at. And then also to the current ones now that is trending in Nigeria. Of course, you heard about Bakachua, what Senator Bakachua said, exposing what happened in the Supreme Court. The wife of Balkachua, who happened to be the former president of the appeal court, ruled that she helped the senators to influence their case at the Supreme Court. And everybody saw how Ahmed Lawan, the former Senate president, and also Godswill Akpabio, who happened to be the current Senate president now, how they came back, despite the fact that they did not partake in senatorial primaries in their own constituencies. How did they come back? Hope Uzodinma, Senator Rocha Okorocha even asked, in fact, he challenged the Ahmed Lawan. How did you come back? I want to learn how you come back. How was it possible? I and you were in the field there, contesting for the presidential election. But how did you come back? And in the constitution, there is no room for you to partake in both, election at the same time, both presidential and also senatorial. There is no way. How did the Supreme Court do it? That is why right now, people are very jittery, people are very apprehensive that the Supreme Court will not deliver the right judgment, that this tribunal is just a joke. That the Supreme Court, it is to the highest bidder. The Supreme Court judgment goes to the highest bidder. If you have money, you get your justice. And that's what happened in the case of Godswill Akpabio and also Ahmed Lawan. They got favorable justice. So that is it. But you see, what they don't know is that the world is watching. They are watching that, according to the United States, they say that this actually circumvents the rule of law and democracy, and they will not take it. Right now, the ban is going to extend to both European Union, allies of the United States. Of course, if the United States tell Eurowire also do it, follow suit, they will do it. They will do it. So this is a shame. It's a shame. This kind of a thing has never happened before, but under Justice Olukoyade Ariwolo, it is happening. It's happening. And even when the European Union gave the report about Tinubu's, controversial win at the election, they slammed INEC, that INEC was a cheat, that INEC actually rigged the election. The federal government responded. And people knock the federal government that it's not for you to respond, it's only for INEC. And INEC was not even supposed to respond. They were supposed to look at the report, study it, and improve better and change and apologize to Nigeria what they did. That's what they should have done. Because the whole thing